G'day, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Buff That Back Adventures 4x4. Today's video, we're not in the bush, we're not bending panels, we're not sending it. I'm here just to explain about the dual cab with the last video, how I said it was its last hurrah, blah blah blah. It wasn't clickbait. None of the stuff I do is clickbait. If I have done clickbait in the past, then I'm sorry, but I don't think I have. But anyway, as you can probably see me behind me, hopefully it's a little bit blurry, but this is the new rig, and I'll get to it in a second. But pretty much, yeah, today's video will just be showing you around the GQ, showing you around the new rig, plans for the new rig, plans for the old rig, and the channel, blah blah blah. I'm a bit croaky, lost my voice for about a week. I've been sick, so pretty much in the process as we speak. We're doing the changeover into the new rig, so I'll take you for a walk around the dual cab, I think, first, and we'll say goodbye to her, and then I'll bring you out and show you the new rig, eh? Hey, here she is. Look at her, poor old girl. Currently sitting on, I think, 32s or something on the rear, possibly a 33 and a 35 on the other side. But I've got her opened up right now. I've given her a bit of a clean down, done a bit of a wet and dry vacuum with her yesterday, cleaned out the interior, getting her ready for God knows. Well, actually, in saying that, it is actually for sale. I wasn't going to sell it. I was just going to keep it as a spare, keep it here for memorabilia sort of thing. It's got a, I mean, you might not think the TD's healthy that's in it, but it is. Like, there's no blow-by. It's a couple little oil leaks at the back, which is just the rock cover gasket, I'm pretty sure. It's actually in really good nick. The gearbox is good, transfer is good, everything else on it is good. Everything's working. For the last video, if you're wondering what, everyone thought I broke it and that was the end of it. And that's why I'm doing this, but nothing actually broke the last episode. We went out just for a bit of fun. You might have seen my mum, my old girl, she had a good run in it, but nothing broke. I was doing that just for its last run, just in a local track. But there's nothing wrong with it. It is for sale. I've got it up for sale. You can check it out on Marketplace, or I've been putting it on my socials on Instagram and stuff. So it'll pretty much, the only things I've taken from it's the front diff, so the X-Link, everything, the full setup, the transfer gears, the lockers, the 40s. All the 40s will go with it for an extra 2K, and just all like the compressor and all that sort of stuff, all that jazz, and obviously the diff centers. So it'll still be sitting on GU diffs, unlocked. Got the front bar, the winch, snorkel, TD42, top mount intercooler, 10mm fuel pump. It'll have the 4-link rear, the long arms, the tray, the fuel tank. I don't know if I said the winch already, but the 11XP winch on the front. Roof console, UHF, GME UHF. You know, there's heaps of stuff still in it. So, I don't know, if you're after it, hit me up, me message. But it will be sitting on the 31s, 33s and 35s, unless you purchase the 40s with it for an extra little bit of cash. But anyway, we'll keep going. So as you can tell, she come up pretty good. I've still got to give this one more hit with the wet and dry today, but the back come up pretty good. Not bad at all. Seats come up okay. Give the dash a bit of a clean out later on. Got the seats over here. They've come up pretty good too. Just drying out in the sun this morning. Anyway, this is the back of her. So everything's the same, nothing's changing back here. The only thing that's getting removed is Old Faithful. Drop a comment on where you want me to put this on the new wags. Somewhere, it needs to go on there somewhere, whether it's inside or outside. This bad boy is staying with me. We've had some good times, me and you. Literally, no, not literally. That was bad words, bad wording. So hit me up, drop a comment, and tell me where you want to see this thing. And I'll put a vote out. Once I get all their suggestions, I'll put a vote out on my socials, on Insta, and we'll go from there. We'll vote it through and see where it goes. This is the only door that doesn't open. God bless her. But yeah, no, I reckon she come up pretty good, eh? Might keep it now. Turn it back into a Torah. Still got better suspension under it. Still got Mike's 4-inch coils. His 12.5-inch long travel shocks. It's got the bump tops in the front still. Dropout cones and that, blah 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 in the rear. Coil bracing at the rear of the in the back of it. It'll have standard arms, all that sort of stuff. Pretty much everything's back to standard. Hubs and whatnot in the front. But yeah, pretty much as you see it right now is how it'll go. Except it'll have the seats back in it. Unless you don't want the seats in it, weirdly enough. But anyway, light bar on the roof and that sort of stuff. So it is sad. This car helped me through, well, not myself, but myself and my wife helped us through a pretty rough time. You know, the last couple of years with stuff going on behind the scenes. So it's got a lot of, yeah, we're pretty well attached to it, and you do get attached to cars. This will be sad to see go, and hence why I didn't want to get rid of it, but I just can't keep it here. Not enough room. If I had a bit of land somewhere, she'd be parked up and kept forever. But unfortunately, yeah, it does have to go. We have made an attachment, like I just said. We've had a lot of fun in it. I think I've rebuilt the whole car about 27 times. Shout out to everyone that's helped, especially you, Mike, over at Mike No Bull Suspension at Petters. I think he's had enough of me, but guess what, fella? We've got another one to build. Anyway, I'll stop talking about the old girl. It's a sad subject. And we'll whack her back together today, put the seats back in it, give her a bit of a wash up, and see if we can't sell it to her, give it to a nice home. Righto, let's go with this new rig. Righto, so pretty much, yep, I've got a Series 1 1999 GU Patrol. Was a 2.8 litre, it's now got a TD42 black top in it. Behind the scenes, obviously I've been a bit crook, so I haven't done any filming or anything like that. And I'm trying to get this done as quickly as possible so I can get it out in the tracks and get some content out to you good people. Pretty much had a good friend, Connor. He swapped over the 12mm pump from the GQ, 13, what do you want to call it, to the GU 10mm to the GQ. He did that for me. It came on a 5-inch lift on 37s. I've brought it down with Mike's Petter suspension down to a 3. It's about a 3.5-inch lift. Still running the 37, so I'm going to keep it as low as possible. Big tyres, twin lock, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, obviously it had 4.6 centres already in it, but I've put my 4.6 in the rear, the front's getting swapped over. So pretty much we're swapping everything from the other rig onto this and buying a few extra little things for it. I'm only doing long arms in the rear at the moment, not doing a 4-link yet. Not yet, I might do soon. Currently setting up the rear, as you would have just seen, the 12-volt system. So the battery, the wall with the compressor, charger, everything from Vic off-road is going on there. It's already got a 4-inch bottom entry snorkel, GME, XRS radio, UHF. 3-inch straight through exhaust, so I had to play with the dump and make it work. It's got sliders on it. I'm probably only going to keep sliders on it for now. As you can tell, it is a bit rough. It has been used as a full drive. But I'm going to put some new doors on it. The left guard's pretty much new, it's just white. So it's staying, but the other side guard will get replaced. All the doors will get replaced. And then I think I'm going to give it a lick of paint. I'm going to keep it gold, so it will be quite tidy. I'm going to keep this registered. And the main thing of going to the dual cab to this, I wanted to be back in a registered car. As much as that thing was fun, it just, yeah, I want to be back in a registered car. I want to be driving something tough back on the road. And I'm going to keep it looking as legal as possible, but still tough weekend warrior, if that's what you want to call it. I'm not chopping it yet. It probably will happen because, I don't know, some say I've got ADHD and I do things on the spur of the moment. So I probably will, but who knows. But for now, it's a wagon. If I do chop it, it'll have to be a dual cab because I still like to take the fam and all the kids out. So that's her. Got anything? Drop a comment. You want to see anything on it? You got anything on it? I'm getting new tyres for it, new wheels. I need bead locks for it. If you want to be a part of the build, you want to throw something on there, give us a holler. It's already got a rear bar and all that sort of stuff, but I'm looking for wheels and a few other little Gucci things. So hit a brother up, drop a comment, and don't forget to drop a comment where you want to see that anal plug, and I'll mount it somewhere on there once we find out where it's going. But righto, hopefully the next video we're in the bush with it because it's currently, transfer cases are currently at Brad's place, fish fab, getting the reductions and everything swapped over. So that's going over to Mike soon to get the front diff swapped out, and we're getting there. Got to get this thing on the track. So questions asked, well, my question I want to answer for you before you even ask it. So yeah, to be staying on that lift, 3.5 inch on 37s. I'll still trailer it. Some places, local stuff like Killy, Wadigans, you know, Wallaroo, all the places within, you know, the hour or two, I'm going to drive on 37s. Anything further than that, or if I want to do a trip on 40s, it'll be set up on 440s to run 40. So all the bump stops, suspension, everything will be set. We'll built to run 40s. But yeah, like I said, on the road when I'm driving, it'll just be 37s. When I trailer it, it'll be 40s. So yeah, 3.5 inch lift on 40 inch tyres. So I won't have much up travel, but with the diff push forward and the front diff push forward a little bit with the Black Hawk arms and the rear push back with the Superior arms, we should be right. So we won't have much up travel. The bump stops will be set pretty low, but we'll have heaps of down travel. And yeah, it should be quite interesting running such a low lift with 40s, but I'm keen to do it. And I'm going to keep it, you know, light as possible, so no bar work for now anyway, and stuff like that. So any questions, drop a comment, or hit me up on socials, on Instagram, Facebook, whatever. But I'm going to keep going now, get into it. I might do a couple little vids here and there and slap together in this vid, but we'll see how we go. Alright guys, sorry it was a bit boring, but I just wanted to put it out there and explain what's happening with the dual cab while we're doing it, and yeah, my feels about it. So have a good week. If I don't see you before the weekend, have a good weekend. Buff out.